everybody. Today in this video I am going to show you how to use the drill presses. As you can tell in this shop we have 4 different drill presses. They all work fairly similar, almost the same. They do the drilling, they do the turning. So a couple things that we want you to remember when you first come up to a machine: safety glasses are a must. Sawdust is going to be all over the place, so you need to make sure you have safety glasses. Also, if you are like me and have longer hair, you need to make sure that you tie that hair back, okay? Number one thing is, as we turn our drill bit on, it is going to be spinning. We need to make sure that we keep everything away from moving parts that could get caught inside of here. So if it's moving, turning, rotating, make sure that you keep everything away from it. Sweatshirt strings, long hair, any of that kind of stuff, ties, make sure that you put that stuff away. That's one of the number one rules. This machine is stronger than you. It will suck it in, so make sure that you have all that stuff secured. Keep it away from all moving parts. All right, one thing you want to make sure, depending on what you're drilling, is we are going to make sure our speed is proper. We, in this classroom, have it set for you. Right underneath here is our belts, and here is a chart. If you're drilling through steel, you're going to want to go at a slower speed, so you would adjust this. Here in this classroom, we're only going to be going through wood, so we should be good. But we just want to know that when maybe you have a drill press at home, if you are drilling you want a slow speed for larger holes and a faster speed for smaller holes. All right, now to get our drill press set up, we want to make sure that we have our drill bits that we are going to be using. Have a different couple right here that you might be using for your projects. So these are called Forstner bits. These are 2 different sizes, all right? These are used to drill larger holes into your projects, the wood that you'll be using. These are the sizes that you could be using for your projects. Just wanted to point those out. We have some regular twist drill bits that look like this. There's 2 parts to it. You have your flute and you have your shaft. So when you place this inside of the drill press, we want to make sure that we keep it on the flat part, which is our shaft right here, not on the flute. It would damage the drill bit. We also have what's called a countersink. This is where we would place this inside of our little chuck right here, and it basically just drills a little hole so our screws can sit nice and flat in our material when we're placing them together. Today I'm just going to do a demonstration with our regular little twist drill bit that we have here. We want to make sure that when we put our drill bit inside of our chuck right here, we have to fit underneath, so you might have to adjust the table. To do that, there's a little crank on the side here. You're just simply going to raise or lower the table to get your drill bit inside. You're going to open up the chuck. There are 3 little prongs that come out of here, and we want to make sure our drill bit is in there nice and even. So I'm going to place this inside of here, and I'm going to tighten it by hand. Then I'm going to use what's called a chuck key to tighten it. We have it on this nice little recoil so you don't forget it, because that would be horrible if you turned it on and it came flying at you. So we place our chuck inside of here, and I'm simply just going to tighten it just like that. All right, I have my material underneath here. Now this is quite a distance. I'm going to raise my table back up just a little bit so I don't have to drill or plunge so much. All right, always make sure that you remove that chuck key before you put it back up there. One really important thing is we are drilling through a piece of wood, but notice our tables are made out of metal. You always want to keep something underneath. You want some type of a board underneath your material that you're drilling through. If you don't, you will damage the table and you can damage the bit as well. So make sure you have something underneath. In this classroom, we have a whole bunch of stuff that's in the windowsill, different types of wood that we can either clamp down if we need to. We also just have these that have a nice little 90-degree angle. So we're making sure our material is going to be nice and secure. When I'm drilling, I want to make sure my fingers are going to be at least 4 inches away from the drill bit. And that happens in case my material gets stuck and starts to spin on me. My fingers are 4 inches away so it does not get hit or nicked or anything like that. Let's see. Once I'm done drilling, I never want to use my hands to brush the sawdust away. You always want to either use a hand broom, okay, to do that, or you can even blow it away. You never want to use your hands because you will go ahead and get some splinters in there. Alrighty. So next thing I want to do, make sure that when I'm drilling, I'm using a nice smooth motion with my plunger right here So here's an example, keeping my hands 4 inches away to turn it on. Turn the power on, make sure I'm holding it down nice and tight. And I'm simply just going to drill, plunging smooth in and out, feeding it, removing all the scraps and material. All right, all the way through. Lift it up, turn it off, and again, don't want to use my hands for any of that stuff. All right, I want to clear it of my shavings, so I can bring this out here, clear the shavings, or blow that away. And there we go, I have my hole that I drilled. All righty. Be sure that we have it nice and clamped down, keeping it in the corner here or clamping it on here. One little key, you'll notice as I was plunging, my drill bit is rotating clockwise. Always keep your material to the left-hand side in case it turns freely on you. It'll hit back here instead of coming around and hitting you right into the ribs. That would not feel well. All right, couple things. If you're drilling and oh no, my bit got stuck and my material starts to pick up and freely spin, I want to do a couple things. All right, there's 3 steps that you want to do. First thing, back off. Make sure that you back off so the material doesn't come straight at you. Once you back off, it's not flying at you, turn it off. All right, once you've turned it off, it's come to a complete stop, then you can take your material off. All right, don't come running and screaming for the instructor. Make sure the first thing you do, back off, turn off, then you can take your material off. If you have any questions, please see any of your instructors. We're here to help. Thanks.